everybody. What's up? I'm Nina Infinity. Thank you for joining us tonight for our Expanse discussion, our weekly Expanse discussion with Miss Jayne Theory. How are you tonight, Jayne?
I'm fantastic. Happy to be here. Can't wait to get started.
Yes. I want you to say something for me, though. I want you to say this.
Hey, guys.
There you go.
You know what's so funny? I started saying that because my normal thing is to say, like, hey, y'all. And I thought that would just be so ridiculous.
Like so Southern.
It's so
Very
country.
Southern. Yeah, very country. I used to say, hey guys, all the time. And then I was like, is Jayne going to think I'm going to copy her? Like, so I started being like, hey, everyone. And I was like, okay, it's okay. I can coin this. I can work around this. I was like, I don't want Jayne to think I'm copying her because I'm already copying somebody else that you know very well. Apparently my internet was copying him tonight too.
Yeah.
Like right before, like right about when we're going live, it's like, I'm going to stop working right now. Well, it wasn't even my internet. It was StreamYard because my internet was working. And I was like, what's happening? And she's like, froze. I don't understand.
Oh my God, that was hilarious.
Oh, and like you laugh at me every time. And then I was like messaging you on Twitter. I'm like, I don't understand what happened. And you're like, oh my God, you froze just like him. And I'm like, I hate you.
That's hilarious.
My God. Hi, Curtis. Curtis, you know who we were talking about. We're talking about John Talks. That's what we're talking about. Because you know that I'm on his channel all the time. We're good friends. We hang out. And apparently I've taken up his mannerisms. And so is my damn internet. He laughs at me every time I tell him that.
It's so true, though.
It's freaking hot in this room. Jeez. Okay. We got Josh here. Hi, Josh. Texas in the house. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Texas. The Lone Star State, baby. We got Elvis in the house. Hello. I can't pronounce your last name. I'm not even going to try.
Ibrahimovic.
Thank you, Jayne. That was great.
I don't know. Let's see. We'll see if that's it.
Hi. How are you tonight? I hope you're well. Curtis says this last episode was so boring except the last 3 minutes. Oh my God. I thought it was pretty good compared to the last episode. That's how I felt about the last episode. I was like, is anything gonna happen?
But I mean, there weren't very many storylines, so maybe that was boring. Because it did focus mainly on the family and then a little bit on Holden's chase of the proto-molecule. So.
That's true. I don't know. I mean, I feel like this episode was good because it was in space. And that's kind of what I expect from the Expanse. I was like, because that's why the last episode I was like, let's go. Like, okay, you're not going into the Expanse like the gates, but can we at least be in space?
Right.
And then, and so this episode kind of made up for that. Like, it was a little bit more fast paced. It had like, you know, a lot. I think like it sped up the main plot of this season a little bit along, so it didn't feel like as much of a filler as the last episode did.
Right.
I enjoyed it. Like, I was like, all in all, I was into it. Like, I was like, okay, I'm getting into this. Especially the last like 3 minutes, I was like, holy
my God,
shit! Like,
yes.
Swearing, but
I
God,
love the space battle, so that was good, and I love the Belter drama. So you know, I love that story.
Of course you do. I mean, I love drama too. So like drama is great. Curtis says Texas and Montana need to secede from the Union and become the Second Amendment free zones. I guess I don't have an opinion on that. Because I'm not American, so I really don't care.
Louisiana is pretty much that already.
We'll keep that for infinite talk, Curtis. We'll talk about
we're talking about the
secession of states on that's another show. It's on
I guess you could to put it in this context, does Texas and Montana need to become like Mars?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I guess it's the secession of the planets from Earth.
Yeah,
Yeah. And this episode also started talking about how
it did.
Mars is setting shit up a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
kind of like what we talked about last week.
Yeah,
Um,
I think you were right on point with that. You called it.
yeah, about all that weird, inside job situation.
It's like they have some motivation. They're clearly involved but I just don't know what their aim is. That's the thing.
Well, it seems like they want to be the powerhouse of their sector.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking more like they want to, like the last week I was thinking they want to kind of like use that to their advantage and go into the expanse. But now it seems like they just want to be the powerhouse of their whole sector. They want to just get rid of Earth altogether, which
Right.
doesn't make any sense in a way, because they have their own like problems. Like their people are leaving in droves,
Mhm.
and they're having these problems. They still haven't figured out the what's it called, the terraforming. So
Yeah, they haven't finished it.
they haven't finished it. That again, their people are leaving in mass droves. They don't have the food production, so I'm not really sure how they're planning to be the powerhouse in the
I don't see
sector. But
the end goal unless they think they can control Earth from Mars. But I mean, it would result in the same problem Mars has with Earth, which is that you don't want to be ruled and dictated to by this other sort of basically colonizer. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Now, after the terraforming, when they were
mhm.
if they had gotten to a point where they were the same as Earth, then yeah, that would
Yeah,
make sense, but not now.
exactly. And also, well, because last week they were also talking about because they mentioned the food production for the belt, and the
Mhm.
belters, like Marco was saying, that we're gonna have this like new uh they're going to make some new hydroponic stuff like in
Right.
space for the belters
Mhm.
and stuff. So I'm wondering if that's how they're going to like that's how Mars is going to get rid of the Earth food issue. Maybe
It
they have
just
a deal with the belters about this hydroponic situation. I don't
it
know.
just seems so ill-planned. Like, you the first thing is to secure your food source, and
It's
you don't
true.
destroy Earth until that happens.
It's true.
'Cause really
Elvis
you're
had told you about
poisoning the entire
Mars.
planet.
I did, yeah, because I remember we were talking about it
Mhm.
last week, and I think it was Elvis that pointed it out, and then
Okay.
it started like falling into place for me. I was like, yeah, it seems like they're doing something, they're planning something. Those Martians,
Yeah.
can't trust them. Oh,
Oh, you're talking to
I
Josh.
was talking to Josh. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Curtis.
We think
Love
it's
you.
all about us, sorry.
Yeah, it's all about us. We're the matriarchy here. That's right. We talk about that because we're both on the Rogue Entertainment crew. And, the Rogue Entertainment is usually run by author Stephen Walton, the king of enemas. And like, I always say, that's going to become Jane and I's show because we're the matriarchy. So we're going to
Yep.
take it over. It's just going to happen. He doesn't
Eventually.
deny it either. He knows it. Josh says, heck yeah, Curtis, I wish. Yeah, okay. So they're still talking.
Now, y'all, not to inject in your conversation, but you may not want to bring Florida. We're trying to get rid of Florida, right? Isn't that
Oh,
so?
oh my, Jane. Jane has some fighting words with Florida. So
We're
make
trying to
sure
get
that
Florida off the
drunk
map.
3PO doesn't hear this. Oh my. Um, okay, yeah, that's great, guys. I'm gonna have to start reading these comments before I highlight them. So yeah, getting back to the episode, which I will share and we'll start breaking down here. There is a lot that happened in this episode. Oh wait, I don't need to share audio because we don't want to get hit anyways.
Elvis says the aim is to weaken the earth. Ring changes things, so they're doing it by making the belt stronger, but not strong enough. Um,
Hmm.
I still don't know why you would want to weaken Earth in this particular manner, because what they're doing by attacking it with asteroids is it's also poisoning the atmosphere even more than it already is, because they're having trouble, remember, with their
Mm-hmm.
climate. So
Mm-hmm.
this is, as of right now, the only reliable place for them to grow food. They have their experiments happening on Mars, they have their experiments happening on in the belt, but this is the only reliable source for now.
Mm-hmm.
We have the ring gates and all that, but they haven't grown food there yet.
Yeah.
So it's premature.
Yeah, it's definitely. I feel the same way. Josh, please, no, go ahead, talk amongst yourself. That's what community is about. I love that. Please go ahead and
Yeah.
discuss whatever you guys want. I'm just gonna have to be, vigilant of what I highlight. But please continue the conversation. Um, so yeah, what am I doing? Okay. We're gonna start talking about this now. A lot happened, and I agree with everything you just said, Jane. It just, especially with regards to food, it just feels short sighted. It just feels very short sighted.
Oh,
Let's
Marco,
this.
why does he have to be so evil?
Jane's into Marco.
I mean, look at that hair.
Ugh. I mean, I kind of get it because I'm into curls too.
Yeah, curly tops.
So wait, what was this discussion about? I forget. So much happened in this episode.
Is this yeah, I think that was a recap.
Oh, this is the recap, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, here we go. This is where we're
And I
at.
love the intro.
I love the intro too. It's so great. Such a great intro. It really is. Okay. So yeah, we're here, and this was funny because when she walked in on him, I was like, "What if he was watching porn?" Like she just kind of like walks in, and he's like, he's at that age, and he like throws it away, and I was like, "That is so something you would do when you're watching porn." But he wasn't. He was just
You left
checking
the
out
door
info.
open.
He's just checking out info on his mom and what's her face, drummer.
Yeah.
Um, so she this also this scene I really liked because they're kind of showing like she's thinking about her time with being a new mom and everything. And I loved
Mhm.
her hair. I was like, oh my god, she had hair. Why'd she
Yeah.
cut it?
Well, it's the belter thing, I guess.
But she was a belter then too, but she had actual hair. I was like,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
she needs to like grow her hair back. She's got this weird SJW haircut now. So then Marco comes in and interrupts his son, you know, looking at his mom's records. Um, and they start having this weird conversation where Marco is clearly like, manipulating him. Like
Yeah.
he just totally making him feel bad. Like, look at that face. He's just kind of like, it makes him feel bad about like everything that he's going through with having like all these emotions of him having his mom back in his life and everything like that. Hey Kick, thanks for being here.
Hey, cat.
um
He's basically
so
trying to force him to deny that he has any feeling for her. And
exactly.
it's just so sick. Like, this is, and I think that's why they did it that way, to show us this contrast between how how everything began, where it seemed so loving, and
Mhm.
this is what Marco actually is, a person who would do this to his own child.
Yes.
And it was just terrible to watch because you could
and
tell the
that's
boy was so broken about it.
and that's what his mom told him later on, like he's just going to
Mhm.
use you, like he doesn't care about you.
Right.
And Dream Root there, hello, thank you for being
Hey.
here, says he isn't thinking the long game and doesn't think Earth truly matters since Belters have been surviving for so long already with nothing. That's
Yeah.
interesting. I don't think he is thinking about the long game either, because it's like how could you do that unless you have a food source? Like
Right.
I don't know. I feel
I
like
think he's
that's
somewhat idealistic. Like, he doesn't, it's not realistic. I think he's thinking long term, but not not practically, you know?
yeah, yeah. Um, Elvis says maybe they Mars are relying on other planets, but yes, Marco did more than Mars found necessary. Hmm. So maybe like he went over their heads, like they didn't think that he was going to do that. I don't know. But if that's the case,
Yeah,
though, wouldn't they like recall their ships or like basically like tell them off or something? I don't know.
yeah.
There would have to be some consequences.
And they
Uh,
gave him cloaking material. So I mean, they knew he was going to do
true,
something
true.
in an attack type.
Too much Marco. He is getting too much camera time. He's getting grating on my nerves. Well, I think the ladies like Jayne like him. Not me
Yeah.
personally. I'm not really into him in general. Generally speaking, it's not my type. That belter weirdo type. No, it's not interesting. Um, Justice, I love the political makeup of the show and how
Yes.
well thought out this universe is. You don't get this with most shows or movies nowadays. I absolutely agree with you, Josh. That's why I was very attracted to this show because it makes you think. It's very close to our reality.
It's very
Um, mhm,
realistic. You know, they think about things from so many different perspectives. And yeah, it's like a true universe. It's so well written
mhm.
in that way. It's not, you know, surface level. You almost have to go back and watch these episodes multiple times even
You
to get
do.
the depth of them. I love that. It makes you think.
Absolutely. Elvis says belt depends on planets. Mars doesn't, they can live on one, but Marco is trying to make planets work for the belt for a change.
But that goes back to what I was saying about how he's attacking Earth. It's already unstable ecologically. So it, it had he been successful with even more of those things hitting the planet, I don't think it would have been of use to anyone after that. I mean, I don't know
No,
how many of those
I
asteroids he
think
sent to the planet, but
I
three
think it
struck
was
it.
like 12 or something or 9. I don't remember, but I think 3 struck and
It
the
was a lot.
rest. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. I mean, like we saw the devastation with that Amos episode,
Mhm.
which was really weird because people are already starting to die out. I was like, what? Like just random people in the woods. Um,
It was kind of weird, but it's
but
just had he been able to hit 10 or 12 across the
yeah,
planet,
I
that
mean,
would have
what
been
would have been
devastating.
left?
Yeah.
That would have been like devastating. Uh, Dreamer out there says Belters get food from vat grown meat and mushrooms used for other kinds of growing and production or producing air. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, but they need fresh, I mean, what they're
They
trying to
still need
do is
more
good.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, especially like for the amount of people you're talking about. Hey, Darren. Hello.
Hey.
Thank you for being here. Keeping up Infinite Theory. Yeah. Yeah. That's what we're doing. Okay, so yeah, so they're discussing his emotions about his mom and look at it, look at that face.
Ugh.
He's just manipulating him and telling him like, you gotta you gotta remember that like basically you're nothing without me. Like he says that to him. He's like, you're
Yeah.
nothing without me. Like, is this the part that he was telling him like listen to them chant my name?
No, no, no. That's further
That's
down.
further down.
Here,
Okay.
his last thing was, I thought it held sentimental value. His mom's ship that she gave him.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah, he's trying
I was
to
like,
get
"No,
him
it
to.
means nothing to me," you know?
Yes, it means nothing to me. Yeah, he's trying to get him to give up his ship, and he's just like, all right, I guess you can have it. So then he goes and
So
sets Naomi free because I guess he's still into her. I don't really get his dynamic with her right now.
it's he's a narcissist and he thinks that he can reel her back in with this push and pull thing that he's doing with his son and pretty much everyone else.
Mhm.
So it's like I'm threatening you and I'm being mean to you, but I'm also freeing you.
Oh
And you
yeah,
know,
but
it's
I
remember
have this power over you,
I have this
right?
power over you, but remember you used to love me? You know, it's this weird
Mhm.
I don't want you here, but we're a family now. You know, it's just this weird thing that he does.
Definitely very narcissistic of him.
So
Hello,
abusive.
Oliver. Thank you for being here. It says, what I love about this show is when you get to episode 10, you realize how every episode interlinks with the final plot. Yeah, that's been like
Mhm.
that for the past, like every other season. Um, I personally like, for example, like I was telling Jane before we started, like I like this episode a lot, but I'm still like, what, like, where's the gates? Like, there's nothing happening for me with regards to the gates and like what the expanse is supposed to be like expanding. So we're just kind of like back in this political arena and everything like that is happening. But this episode was good for what the season is trying to like put forward to us as the viewer, and I felt like this one is really like it trudged along the plot a lot more. So now everyone's starting to kind of get together now, like we saw Balix and they contacted Holden and like all this stuff. So a lot of stuff did happen,
Yeah.
and we'll get to all of it. And we got Jeff
And
in the
I
house.
love that. Hey, Jeff.
Very
I love that she
emotional.
basically said that she was so happy to be rid of him.
Yeah.
That just destroyed his ego.
That was great. And that's the other thing about this episode that kind of like I really liked, because I felt like kind of judging Naomi for the past few episodes, because I was like, well, she left her baby. Like, how does a
Yeah.
mother do something like that? Like, that's messed up. And then this episode showed that it wasn't so much that she left the baby, it was that the baby was stolen from her by
Yeah.
Marco and that other dude, Sin or Saren or whatever his name is. And that's why Saren feels so guilty and stuff like that. So I feel like it kind of redeemed Naomi in my eyes a little bit, because I was like, how do you fucking like leave your baby
They
until
did.
now?
They showed it in I don't know if it was last season or the season before. Like there was a clip where they
Mm-hmm.
showed that what happened when she was forced out without her child. So they did show us that before.
Hmm.
It's just this put it in such a greater context of what all was happening, and then her efforts to try to find him and how those were thwarted and who helped him. So
Hmm.
yeah, that was
I don't remember that at all. But in
Mhm.
this season, I remember thinking, like, what the hell's wrong with her?
Yeah.
Jeff says someone noticed that Marcos has no Belter tattoos. Huh.
Oh, interesting.
Does
You
he?
like the next stuff.
I haven't seen him at like, wait, yeah, he definitely doesn't have any on his neck. Maybe
Or
he's
his
got
face.
some like on his body.
He may,
Do do we
I
have a
don't
shirtless
remember.
shot of
They were
Marco?
in
Like
bed. Was he shirtless then?
when they were in bed, like when they were with the baby?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Let's see, the son has a neck
It seems
tattoo.
exactly. It's weird that his son has it because I thought those were clan symbols.
I thought so too. That's why Naomi has one too. See, she's got
No.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. I never really thought about
Interesting
that.
point.
Look at that. No neck tattoo. Freaking,
Interesting.
what a faker. Maybe he's a Martian.
That
Hmm.
would be something.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a clan
Naomi,
tattoo. That's weird. I'm actually now
Naomi.
intrigued about that.
Okay, so do you remember? I forget in the first season though, Naomi didn't have this weird chest tattoo then though, right? She only had the neck tattoo. I think she got this later.
I don't remember.
I think in the first season she only had the neck one, and then like I think in season 2 or season 3 or something, she got this one when she started hanging out with Drummer.
Okay.
From what I remember, maybe I'm remembering wrong. But yeah, that's really interesting. I never really thought about that.
That's crazy. Because I remember when they came. Remember when when Drummer was coming onto the ship and they saw some other Belters from a different clan? They recognized them based on their tattoos.
Based on their tattoos, that's
So how
true.
does he not have any?
And he's like the leader of the Belters now.
That's
So none of them are like, so buddy, where are your tattoos?
yeah. Like, where are you
Like,
from?
where's your ink, brah?
Who are your people? Is he an orphan? I don't. That's interesting.
I don't know. Crack rock.
He's a
Hello. Or
phony.
crack rock. Crack rock.
Cracker rock. Cracker rock.
Hi. I like your weird dog photo icon. That's great. It says he's a phony. Yeah, he's a total phony. Seems like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, oh, somebody else said that too. Maybe he's a Martian.
He
Josh.
may be.
Josh and I are thinking on the same wavelength here. That's right.
Interesting.
That's how he's got those dealings. He's got those deals with those Martians.
Wow. That's a good
Um,
point.
mm, how did he get them? Right? Like there was like I think somebody else said that later in the episode. Like, how did he get so many ships? Like he has no money. Like, where's he getting this ship from? Crack Croc says Amos has become my favorite in this season when I didn't like him so much before.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. I've always liked Amos. I thought he was really like a really interesting character.
Yeah.
So, in fact, I think I like him less this season a little bit just because I was bored. But I feel like he needs to get back to his like his clan, He doesn't have a
Yeah.
clan, but
I
you know
mean,
what I mean.
basically, yeah. I like him being their attack dog too,
Yeah,
honestly.
he's their doggy. He needs to go back. It's like homeward bound right now. Like, why is he needs to find his way back to his people? Curtis says, Elvis, if the planet has low G, they can live on it. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Well, the thing is, the Belters don't want to be planet dwellers.
Yeah, they don't
that's
want to be
dilemma.
planeters. They're like they're like planetists.
Yeah. Which is so, I mean, that doesn't mean they can't find when to grow food on it, though. That's what's so crazy about it. They don't understand they don't have to settle a planet. They could just get a planet and then grow their food on it and go back and forth. Dude, that's all.
That's true. And Josh says, or an earther. I don't know if he's an earther because, I mean, maybe he's like a self-hating earther, but like he was like, because he was talking about Johnson, Fred Johnson, and like how he's
Yeah.
like, oh, like he's an earther and like he's not really a belter, blah blah
And
blah.
he also referred to them as a separate species, so he doesn't see himself as the same as as the inners on a racial
Yeah,
level.
that's definitely not. I don't know. I feel like he might be more closer to Martian than Earther because he really hates the Earth and like the Martians really hated the Earth in the early seasons.
I'm
So
thinking probably it is somewhere in the middle. I think maybe he's both. Maybe he's bi species.
by
Whatever.
species, maybe he's half Earther, half Martian.
Half
That's
Martian, half
weird.
Belter.
Or that half Martian, half Belter.
Because
Yeah.
I think he definitely has roots with the belt. He wouldn't be
But he
this
has no
fanatic.
tattoos. Now that he has no tattoos, I feel like he's a faker. He's phony.
Well, now I'm trying to think though. I don't remember. Are there clans
That
based
have
on
no
family,
tattoos.
like maternal or paternal, or like I don't remember that culture much as it pertains to the
I
tats.
don't know. Now it's like all about the tattoo. Hey, Kai.
Hey, Kai.
Thanks for being here, Kai. Uh, Terranophobes. Yeah, he's a terranophobe.
That's perfect.
Yeah, he's for sure a terranophobe or like a self-hating earther or something. Like, what a
Yeah,
weirdo.
he is so weird.
So yeah, so in this scene, oh wait, let me just highlight this one. Dream Out There says his plan is to control traffic and the economy of space. He got the ships from Mars by selling them the proto molecule and the scientists to go with it. They said it in the episode. Yeah, I think so. Like they started to basically lean, like they're trying to hint at how like that's what he's done. But I don't think that's like I don't think he's gonna do that though. I think he either may double cross them or he sold them like partial proto molecule because he's not gonna give the whole thing up. There's no way he's gonna give up
Yeah,
the proto. I don't think he is anyway.
I
I
don't
mean,
think
once
he
you
would.
have
It
that
wouldn't
kind
be
of power,
smart. That wouldn't be smart. I would keep
that
some of it.
yeah, because what would if you sell that to them or if you give it all to the Martians, what would stop Mars from just wiping you out? Because then that would be just be like, we don't need you anymore. You've done our dirty work. See you later.
Especially because they seem more important to Earth than to Mars.
Mm-hmm. Kai says, if you're racist against Terrans, are you a terracist? What? Terrorist?
Terrorist.
Terrorist.
That's funny.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I don't know. Elvis says Belters are already have where to live. They just need planets not to be controlled by the inners like past more than century. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
pretty
true.
much. I mean, I still think that like they're short-sighted in a sense that I don't understand this whole like anti-planet thing. Like I get that like they don't want to be part of Earth or Mars, but if you're going in through the expanse and you're landing on different planets, they only went to one. Okay, like there's so many other planets with different
Hmm.
physics and gravity and like all this kind of stuff, and then they're just kind of like, and then that like their mentality is like, our like in a few generations our kids won't be belters anymore. And it's like, who cares? They'll just have a good life on a planet. Like
Right.
I don't understand. You became Belters because you wanted to secede from those planets. You didn't like, and their way of life, their ruling class. Not that you. It wasn't something like, oh, it's fun to go become a Belter. It was hard. It was hardship.
Right. Exactly.
You know. Null White, hello. Thank you for being set here. It says, I would love to see a collaboration between you two and Raiders of the Lost Flicks of the Expanse. I don't
Raiders of the
know.
Lost Flicks. I think that's a channel.
Oh, I don't. Okay, cool. That would be cool. I don't know what that is, but I'll look into that. That's interesting. Um, Curtis says, so do you think that? So you think they'll double cross Mars?
Oh,
I think,
absolutely.
yeah, Marco will double cross anybody. That guy's a weirdo, man. I don't know. I'm not feeling Marco. He's crazy. So then these guys, they start talking about, you know, finding that ship, and they're just like, looking for it.
Well, remember there was a whole conversation too about the similarities between Holden and Fred, and
True.
that made me think that they're trying to set him up as the next leader of the belt.
Holden,
Yeah,
I think Drummer is going to be the next leader of the belt.
you think so? I
Hmm.
don't know if she's gonna survive. I'm calling it.
Oh, I think she is. I think she's going to become the next leader of the belt.
I thought so too, but I think she's gonna die now.
No, because Holden's got his own thing going on. He's not going to become. He's not a belter. Like he's
But neither was
not.
Fred.
But he felt something for the belters. Holden doesn't like the belters except for Naomi. He thinks they're weird.
But
Like
they
he
like
says, like
him. He has a growing following.
it's true, but I don't think he's going to become their leader. I think it's either like maybe Naomi because they respect her more, especially like if 'cause she's actually a belter.
Yeah.
But even then, I still think it's going to be Drummer or this
Mhm.
dude.
Oh, he hates the belt.
This guy hates the belt.
Yeah, he can't stand belters.
Oh, that's true. He doesn't like the belters at all. He's a
He doesn't even want to be
beltist.
up there. Like, he doesn't like space.
Yeah, he only liked Fred Johnson. That's why
That's
he was
it.
there. That's
That's
true.
it.
So that's why they don't
Holden
get
is so cute
along.
here.
He's cute all the time. He's too much of a pretty boy. It's like he's too cute. It's like, what are you doing here?
And I love their uniforms. That's the level of detail on this show that
Hmm.
is so.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that. Who
Beautiful.
designed that? It's amazing.
It's so great. It's so great. It's like when we were talking about Sarala's outfits
Yeah.
too.
Hmm.
So great. I agree. And then of course they make contact with Alex,
Hmm.
who I'm so sad to hear that he's not going to be part of the next season. My husband, when I told him, he was just like, I'm done. I'm done with the freaking Expanse. Because Alex is his favorite character. So he's
Yeah.
just like, this is going to be bullshit if they like get rid of him.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they get a hold of Alex. And I thought that was cool because we finally like get to, see them talking. You're like,
Yeah.
okay.
And they were like, "Why are you so close? Like, what's going
Yeah, what's going on with
what's going
you?
on with you?" Long story.
Look at his face. That's so funny. He's like, what?
Yeah.
What's he doing here?
Why are y'all here? I love how they set that up.
Yeah, it was funny. So then she goes to his room. This was a sweet scene. She's
It
like kind of like
was.
trying to get in touch with her, like her son. she's missed so much. I can understand this, like from a mother's point of view, like especially when you've had a son that like has been basically kidnapped from you by his father. Like, what a weird story, right? Talk about drama. Um, Elvis says Holden will never lead the belt. I agree. I just don't see it. I don't see it.
Yeah, maybe not.
Uh,
I feel like they were sort of making such a strong comparison. It was just kind of weird that thought crossed my mind.
mm. Yeah, I just don't see it because he's so into the Rossi and like what's going on
Yeah.
with that I just don't see him like ever making
Do
such
you
a
think
big
he'll
leap.
do you think he'll settle on a planet? Like he'll take Fred's advice and take his wife and leave and just leave
Mm,
everything and settle down?
no, not unless like there's no more proto molecule or whatever. There's too
Yeah.
much at stake. Like, well, yeah, well, maybe when like the series is done, yeah, sure. Like when
Mhm.
there's nothing else to do, yeah, he'll go and settle. And because he went back to Earth a few times, he likes the Earth. He's an Earther.
Mhm.
He likes like his mom and like, whatever. I don't think he'll ever settle on the Earth or like any planet, generally speaking, because of Naomi, because she can't go on there. So
Right, that's what I'm
I think
saying. Like
yeah,
maybe they could find a planet that she could live on.
if that, but I think they'll just live on the Rossi personally.
Mm,
I think that's just going to become their home. And them and their little dog, Amos. Well, little big dog.
right. I know I love the little plant here too that he had by his mirror.
I know that was such a cute plant. I love that. I love it when she picked up
The
the
razor.
shaving cream, yeah, or the shaving cream, the razor, and she's like looking at it like, man, he's grown, like he's shaving, and I've not been a part of this. Look at that, like, look at her face. She's such a great
Mhm,
actress.
mhm.
So then he comes in, he's like, "What the f you doing, mom? Rude, ma."
Why does he leave his door open all the time? Like,
I know, dude.
dude.
Learn how to freaking close a door. Uh, it's not that hard. So then she's just like, I'm just like checking out your room, trying to figure out what you're all about. And he gives him the speech about his dad and like, what his dad did to her and like how she was like basically like, I'm sorry that I left you, but like I had to go
Yeah,
to like survive, like to be able to live, I had to leave you. And I just understand that I just didn't have a son anymore, basically. Like, I don't know where you were. And I almost killed myself. She tells him about how
yeah.
she walked into the, what's it called? The
The
airlock.
airlock, yeah.
Hmm.
And it was
Yeah.
super emotional how, like, because they started out, she was talking about basically how manipulative he is and all this, but then he asked her why she left,
Hmm.
and that was so
That
sad.
was sweet. Yeah. That was so sweet. And then it was so sweet because he was trying to be like such a big boy, but then he was like, he just
Mhm.
wanted his mommy and she like held him.
It was like the
Uh,
Will Smith scene, where he asked Phil why doesn't his father want him?
yes.
It was
There
kind
it
of
is. There he is. That was so sweet, and he's just, like, so emotional, and you can like, look at her face, she's just, like, so happy that, like, you know, he wants to be held by her. Like,
mhm.
that was really cute. Um, I just saw a comment. There we go. Yes, that one we saw, Marcos and his navy were going through the ring at the end of the episode. The only reason for them to do that is to find a planet to make a home world for the Belter Nation. Huh.
Mm.
Here we go. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about.
We'll
Go
see.
freaking find the damn planet, weirdos. The guy who took over for Fred, Bull, is a character left out of season 3. Bull should be drummer, but they left another character, Mika Pa. That's drummer's story. Oh, I see this season. Pause. Okay,
Yeah, she's a mix of so many different characters, and I think that's why I never could like feel anything for her as a character because she never seemed like one person. And I
hmm.
know they did a great job. I mean, they did a fantastic job of shaping her, but I could always sense that it was just not one person, and I couldn't. I've never liked her character,
Well,
and I feel like I had a
but
lot
this
to do with
convinces
it.
me even more that she's set up to be the ruler of the belt, especially if the guy who took over for Fred is Bull, and that
Yeah,
she's based on Bull's character. Yeah, I think they're setting it up for her to be the takeover person.
yeah, but she's still just so weird.
Belters would never accept Holden. He is an Earther. I mean, while that's true, I don't think they would either. They did accept, most of
Yeah,
them anyway, did accept Fred Johnson, and he's an Earther. So they make exceptions.
yeah. I mean, he
I
was
just
leading
don't
their
think,
rebellion.
yeah, I just don't think that he'd want it. I don't think he'd want to be a leader for the Belters. I like Alex as well. Like I like his accent. Yeah, I like Alex. I thought he was a great character. It's going to be really sad to see him not there for the sixth season.
Yeah.
Um, the family story is too much daytime soap opera for me. Well, I mean, every show needs drama. Can't
And I
have.
think they had to get her out of there some kind of way. And um, I don't think they wanted her to be quote unquote rescued. I think they wanted her to figure something out herself
Yes.
and also fulfill this burden that's been on her all these years and through all these episodes having to do with her son. So they're closing out that part of her story and then
Hmm.
giving her what she needs to get out on her own and back in the fight. So it is
Yeah.
serving a purpose.
Yes, I agree. And also like it makes Naomi like it did for me anyways, like it really made her character solidify more as like
Mhm.
her own character and like that she's really strong and like she has a lot going on for her. Like she's not just like dependent on Holden or Amos or like
Right.
whoever else for that strength. She's a strong character, not physically, but she's, you know, mentally and her
Mhm.
courage and everything like that is so much stronger. And that becomes evident later in the episode, which we will, I'm sure.
And her belters, like one of the things I mentioned before was her belter side. I think that really shined too in this episode. And someone mentioned
Mhm.
in the comments about her accent coming back. It does. When she's with her
It
people,
does.
it's stronger. And I love it.
It's true. I love that too. Like I always was like, is her accent getting more beltery? And then
Mhm.
I thought it was, and it was weird, and I liked it though because that happens to me because I you know I speak Farsi, so
Mhm.
whenever I like you know with like my family or whatever, like I pick up I talk more Farglish, which is like Farsi and English kind of thing, or like I talk a lot more Farsi, so like it just comes back to you because it's kind of like your mother tongue, like and it
Mhm.
like you know so that was really realistic for me that her Balter accent was coming back and I thought it was like it was really spot on, you know,
Yeah,
in terms of
yeah.
how people like act
And
around
then
their own people.
it's that detail, in this show.
Mhm.
They think of everything.
They do. This was so sweet, and she's like telling him he's gonna betray you. This scene though for me, like I feel like on some level, I just feel like maybe he is gonna kill his dad. Like, I don't know. When he finds out what the fuck's
Yeah.
going on with his dad, I feel like maybe, and then there's Balix,
Yes.
and
She is so
she's so
badass.
hardcore. She's just like, oh yeah, like I was shot several times,
No
and
big deal.
no big deal, no worries. That was really funny, and she just like throws it away. I was like, this chick's hardcore.
She
Um,
is.
just as Bobby was still being sloppy, typical ground pounder worldview. Uh, I guess. Oliver Meehan, hello, says the actor for Anderson Draws was commenting on Twitter how much he loves The Expanse. Hopefully he comes back, but he still got very big. Oh, hmm, that's interesting. Josh says that makes sense. I had a friend from high school that was from Boston, and he went back there for college, and his accent was strong just 2 months of being there. Yeah,
Yeah.
it comes back to you. It's
And I'm one
happening.
of those people who I actually adapt to wherever I am.
Hmm.
So if I go somewhere where they have like a different accent, I pick it up, even if I'm not from there.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to hear your Louisiana accent. I think that would be cool. Dream Out There says also the show isn't canceled so much as paused. After season 6, there's a 30-year time jump, and they're not sure how to handle that in the show, so they're pausing production for now. Yeah, I heard that
Oh,
from the authors, not the well, the showrunners. The showrunners said it's a pause, it's not a full cancellation, and we will come back at some point because the books aren't finished. So they do have content, and they want to keep going, but they just want more books. I think they really realized like the Game of Thrones strategy like
right,
did not work. So they're
right,
like, let there be more books, let there be more content, give it some breathing room, let people miss it, and then we'll bring it back again. And I think that'll work. Like
great strategy.
yeah, I think so too. I don't think this is the end for the Expanse. I think they're gonna definitely come back. I mean, like it's such a popular show. I don't see how it would be. It's not a
Right.
cancellation. They've even said it's not a canceled. It's paused. Now I don't know if they've said that because they want people to like watch it and like not not be like, oh, it's not gonna have an ending, like it's canceled, so I'm not watching.
It's gonna be like, Nina, I'm not gonna watch
Yeah.
it.
I
There's
mean,
no ending.
I was gonna watch it anyway because it's like my favorite, one of my favorite shows. But there are people out there like me, so they'd be like this. Um, but yeah, they gave us hope. They gave us hope. They were like, this is a pause, people. Don't worry, it's coming back. Alpha says Philip knows his dad already. He grew up with him. Discovering who Marco is just Naomi's point of view because she doesn't know her son.
See,
That's also a great point.
that's an interesting point, but remember when Marco and Sin got into that fight in front of him? He was shocked.
Mhm.
He had never seen that before.
Yeah.
So I do think there may be aspects to his personality that he didn't notice. It may be that he knows him as a father, but he's
Mhm.
now that he's participating in this war, he's
Mhm.
beginning to see the more manipulative side of him.
Yeah, exactly. And also like like there's there's stuff that she's kind of like planted seeds in his head now, like with regards to his dad, that I feel like he's starting to kind of see now, like especially when she was like, love is blind. Like he's starting to understand that like maybe his love for his father was a little blind.
Right.
Now at first, like you kind of get that in the earlier on in the episode, but then what he
Mhm.
chooses to do in the end of the episode kind of like throws you off. But I also think that what happens in the end of the episode, when we get there, we'll talk about it. I just think that when he sees her doing that,
Mhm.
he gains even more respect for her because he
Right.
realizes like she's so strong and like no one else would do this. I don't think her fault like his father would do something like that. So
Right.
I think that kind of solidifies actually his respect for his mom. That he's finding out because like when he was looking at all of the stuff like on that pad about her and her adventure with drummer and like all that stuff, he's starting to realize that she's really strong, and she's like not who her father has been painting for him.
Right.
Um, uh, Yes, the books, I'm definitely planning on reading those. Yeah, Curtis, I'm probably gonna read the books during the pause as well. I'm not even gonna lie. Probably gonna do that. Um, how about you? Are you gonna read the books?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's gonna happen for me. Um, is there a 30-year skip between 6 and 7? Pause is better choice than to rush. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Um, Elvis also says Sin versus Marco was like when parents hiding when fighting from their children.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. I was kind of scared though. I thought like again, I thought Marco was gonna take him out. I was like, is he gonna
Mhm.
like kill this guy or what? He's like,
I think the only reason he didn't was
mhm.
because his son was there.
That's interesting. That's interesting. So yeah, these two Balex, I'm really sad that I'm not gonna see more of that. happen. They, kind of make contact with Holden again, tell him about the fleet.
Hmm.
He tells them about the proto molecule and what's going on, and then they're like, okay, we're going to set course to basically go and help Naomi, because they find out about, like, they can only follow one ship, and he decides to go after the proto molecule versus Naomi. So he sends Balix to
Oh,
go.
that. Oh, one thing on that point. In this
Mhm.
moment right here,
Mhm.
they were so scared. Bull and Monica, they were so scared. Alden was just gonna be like, "I'm going after Naomi."
Yeah,
They, the
totally.
look on their faces, like that
Yeah,
he's
they
gonna
were
do
like,
something
what?
rash. He's
Oh,
going
this
to be
guy.
Holden.
Yeah, he's gonna, like, they're like, oh my God, like, look at her,
Oh
like, what?
God. Like, oh
Oh
my
my
God.
God. And she kept being like, what are you gonna do about the molecule? Like, you're gonna do something about the molecule,
We
right?
gotta. That's the priority. We gotta
Yeah.
go after the Peter molecule.
Oh, it's funny.
Meanwhile, Holden is on. He is in fact on the edge though about which direction to go in. It was
I
kind of close.
know. You know what's weird is, I think, like, earlier season Holden, like, not earlier season, earlier series Holden would have definitely gone after Naomi, but, like,
Absolutely.
after everything that's happened, especially last season with, what was it, proto detective dude,
Yeah.
and everything like that. Like, he knows how crazy powerful and important this thing is. Ooh, and I was thinking, like, on that note, I mean, we're just like, I'm kind of jumping on that. I just want to say this before I forget. But I was thinking maybe the proto molecule is the key to the dimension that those aliens are in. That's
Ooh.
kind of what I was thinking about. That's why, like, it
Ooh.
was important for uh, proto detective dude, proto Miller, to get to it and all that stuff.
Oh, that would be interesting, especially given how this episode ends.
Yes, because I kept thinking about the eye, like, in the last episode,
Mhm.
how, like, that chick saw them in that, like, weird dimension and everything, and I was like,
Yeah.
maybe the proto molecule is the key to get them out. That's why they're like, I don't know, maybe,
Yeah.
but I just had to throw it out there before.
Because they seem to be trapped. So,
They seem to be trapped, exactly, and that proto molecule is really interesting and strong. So that then they go, and then, wait, what was this? Oh yeah, this was, see, again, like, space shots that are so
yeah,
cool.
so cool.
He's out there doing his space thing.
And they do it so easily, like it's second nature.
It's so well done. It's so well done. So then he comes back inside. What were they doing again? I forget.
I don't remember, but one of the things I love about the Belters is how space, comfortable they are. Like they just
Mhm.
walk on out there.
Yeah, it's like,
Martians too are the same way. Like they just second nature.
yeah. So then he comes in. He has this drink with Naomi, and it's like
Yeah.
a taste from home. And then he tells her
Oh,
about his, you know, the fact that he feels guilty because he kidnapped, and,
mm,
well, he didn't kidnap, but he helped uh, Marcos kidnap her child and basically keep him hidden. Like, the reason that you didn't find him was because of me. Like,
ugh,
I led you astray.
ugh,
And that was rough for me, because I thought, like, I was like, oh, like, this guy, like, I don't know what I would do if I was her. Like,
ugh.
I'd be like, I hate you. Like you, man. Like,
He might easily be dead.
yeah, but they're so and he clearly feels so much remorse. So it would be hard for me to be
But it's
like,
like her dad kidnapping her child. I mean, like, how do
yeah.
you? Yeah.
The most boring, bad episode of Expanse is still 100 times better than the best Star Trek Discovery or Picard.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, come on, it's not even comparable. It's not even comparable. Even the last episode for me, because that I felt about the last episode how you felt about this episode, Curtis, because I was like, oh my God, please, something happen. And then I still, like, Discovery. My God, I can't. I couldn't. I watched one season and I was like, I'm done. Like,
Mhm.
never again. I'm not doing this to myself. Um, what's it called? Let's see here. Alva says maybe that what killed the builders was their civil war, similar to Miller versus Proto Miller, and the eye is the safety switch built in the proto mall by the builders. Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah.
how I'm thinking too. Like I'm sort of thinking like that. And I feel like they need more of the proto molecule to be able to like open the dimension for them to get out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be interesting though. That I'm guessing that's gonna be season 6. Because this bullshit season 5 is annoying. So then similar to how these guys were having a drink, I thought this scene was cool because they go to Holden and her having a drink.
Right.
And getting to know each other, and then he made fun of something because it was like I think it was Amos's drink or something like that. Is that what happened?
I don't remember.
Yeah, there was a joke there, and I was like, "This is funny." And then
She's so annoying that I barely caught what she was talking about until until they got to the whole Martian plot.
Right.
But yeah, she's so annoying to me.
She is kind of annoying. She's kind of annoying. So then I like it when they suit up. I was like, yes.
Yes.
Like space battle. Woo!
Woo.
Oh, and this was great. Like I was like, oh my god, the space battle is so amazing. When they were like circling around, and he was like,
I was like, oh my god! And then the ship.
God, this is great.
Parts of it came
there, like when he hits the thing, and they're like they go, and I was like, fuck, that would be cool to like experience.
So freaking cool. That should be a ride at Disney World.
I know, right? That'd be amazing. So then Marco is freaking manipulating people again.
He's like, please just let her go. Like, why are you doing this?
Like, why are you being such a bitch? Like, why are you being such a dick to her? Like, just stop being such a bitch. And then Marco's like, no, I'm not doing that. And
he challenges him. Yeah, he challenges him talking about, oh, I learned how to be strong from you, and now you're being weak. And I thought his comeback would be exactly what you just said.
Yeah.
What you're doing now is actually quite weak, actually.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And in this moment too, I really thought that this guy was gonna not backstab, but I thought because she was like, if you wanna like, if you want to make up for what you did, you better help me. Like, help me now, right?
But this is him helping her. He thinks.
He kind of thinks so, but like he didn't do much. Like I was like, I thought he was gonna do something. Like I don't know.
He just said, hey, let her go, dude.
Yeah, like, hey, let her go, man. No. All right. Okay, then.
Oh, well.
Scott says, hey, all. Hey, Scott. Thanks for being here. So Elvis says, so when Sin helped Marco to hide Philip, Marco was young as Philip is now, still looking up to Sin. Naomi wanted to leave the pack and take the younglings, and the pack didn't allow that to happen. Yeah, I mean, that's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's kind of bad. Like, that's all bad.
Yeah.
He made a terrible mistake.
Yeah. And he's not really, like you said, he's not doing much to rectify it at this point. Just asking for her to be released isn't not enough. But he's so scared of Marco now, too.
Yeah, he's kind of scared of him. I mean, this dude's weird. So then they had this cool ass battle. Which was so cool.
Epic.
This is cool. And then when the gun jammed. Yeah, when the gun jammed. And I was like, oh my God. And then he's like, and I was like scared because, I'm not scared, but I was like, see, this is when you need Alex because he's the freaking pilot. Like, he should be here right now, piloting this damn ship. And then, but they managed. They were like, okay, we're fine. I wonder if they're gonna make this dude their actual pilot now that Buddy's gone.
He's earned it.
I mean, he kind of did. Oh, and then, like in this scene, I was like, dude, they're totally gonna blow up their ship. Come on now. Like, come on.
I didn't see that coming.
Oh, I totally saw it coming.
I knew he wanted, I felt like his decision to try to go there was a dumb one. That was him going back to Holden, his old Holden way. But I thought that once they got on the ship, like maybe they would get captured or something like that would happen. I didn't expect the ship to blow.
No, I totally expected it. I was like, this ship is so rigged to blow. Like, it's gonna blow, man. Come on
If
now.
I
And
can
then
have it, no one can.
exactly, that's exactly what it's like.
But now the protomolecule is just everywhere, right?
Kind of, because it was in this one spot. You could see it in the end. Let me see if I can pinpoint that moment where you see it again. No, you can't. Because there was like this little blue spot in the end, and I was like, oh my God, there it is.
Oh, it was blown out of the ship then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they kind of look at it and they're like, oh shit.
Yeah. Great plan, Holden.
Yeah, like nicely done. Let me see if I can see it. No, you can't. Then there he is, just being himself. And then his kid comes there. Philip. Oh, Philip, you're so stupid.
Yeah, he's like, I want a ship.
Yeah. Oh my God. This whole scene, it was so. You're so young and dumb and naive. Like, dude, kid, come on now. And that's the part where he was like,
You're nothing without me.
nothing. Yeah. And I was like, dude, if that, like, I was like, I really thought that it was gonna like he's gonna lose him at that moment when he was like, "You're nothing," and then I guess they kind of like got him back when everyone started chanting his
Yeah,
name.
it was intentional. He wanted to tear him down to the core
Mm-hmm.
and then pull him back in. It's part of that narcissistic emotional abusive behavior. That's what
Mm-hmm.
he did.
See,
You're nothing. You're useless. But you're
Crack
also
Croc
my
thinks the
heir.
same thing. Yes, you're right, Jane. But Crack Croc said the same thing. Should have been a turning point for Philip. I agree. I was like, dude, come on, like grow a pair, man. He doesn't
It could
like
have
you.
been, but he didn't have the people chanting his name, and that's
Mm-hmm.
a draw. He wants that. He wants his father's approval, and he wants to be like him.
Mm-hmm.
And he
That's
used that
true.
against him.
We got Fire Knight here. Hello, Fire Knight says, I don't think he's as scared of Marco as he's afraid of betraying his people. Belters are very loyal to their race. It's difficult for all of them to step out of the line from the group. That's true too, because he's
Yeah,
very loyal to the Belters, and that guy's the leader of the Belters. So this is very difficult for him.
yeah.
Railgun for the win. Yeah, totally, man.
It's like
That's
how do you reel in your son who's gotten out of control when your son's the king?
exactly. I mean, it's kind of like Joffrey in Game of Thrones. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what are you supposed to do? Kid's a psycho.
But he has the crown, so I
He's
mean,
got the crown. What are you gonna do? Yeah, push pulls, narcissism tactic. That's exactly what it's like.
mhm.
Absolutely. Um, Scott says that scene really showed who Marco is. He's being manipulative. The son's being played. Yeah, totally. 100% he's being played. I mean, poor kid. I feel bad for him.
I do too.
That and he's young and dumb. It's true. He's young and dumb. That's
He's
exactly
impressionable. He's impressionable.
he's impressionable. That's a nice way of saying he's dumb. Philip believes in the cause. If not, he would separate from Marco. It's not about Marco's spell. It's both because it's his father, and he believes in the cause of the Belters because he's a Belter. He's been raised as a Belter, but
Yeah,
he also has been kind of like brainwashed into thinking that like no matter the cost, that's why he's killed people. Like you
right.
know, like, there is a line, right? Like there's a line that you cross, and that's what his mom's trying to like tell him earlier. Like I remember in the earlier when I just remember what they were talking about, and she was saying, "I hope that one day you regret what you did." Because there's that line of when you like kind of kill off your humanity and you don't really care anymore, kind of like Amos, right?
Mhm.
And she knows people like Amos exist that like feel no remorse, that like feel nothing, right? And they can keep killing their
Yeah,
monsters. And she doesn't want that for her son. She wants her son to be a human being.
right. Because
So
the cause isn't the problem. All of the Belters believe in the cause, but
exactly.
not all of them agree with the tactic.
Exactly. It's how you go about it. Like the other guy, drummer's friend, the one that was murdered.
Mhm.
He always went about it the correct way. Like he always, he didn't want to like mass murder people. Like,
Right.
there's a level that there's a line. If we cross it, then uh, then you are lost.
Mhm.
So yeah, so then these people chant his name, and he's like,
See?
yeah,
There you go. He's
mm.
starting to feel it.
And then he's all happy because
He
he's
knows he got him. He reeled him back
he's
in.
like, don't worry, I got you. So then this scene really broke my heart for Naomi. I was just like really sad for her because she kind of like, you know, she kind of was hoping that he would make that choice, right? Because she told him like,
Mhm.
doing nothing sometimes is something like, or like stepping away or whatever. And she realized that like he's lost to her. Like he's not going to do anything for her. He's his father's son. So he begs him like to not do this, and then he hits her, and I was like, oh God, this kid. I mean,
Yeah.
that was sad. When she hit him, I was like, oh my God. Or he hit her. I was just like, no, you're making the wrong choice,
He should've
kid.
hit him
Don't do
back.
that. She should have hit him back, like, little bitch. What'd you do? Hi, Teresa. Hi, Teresa. Thanks for
Hello.
being here. Um, how come Philip? How can Philip redeemed after killing millions?
Um,
It's
like,
not that you can be redeemed. I'm sorry, Jane. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna compare it to Anakin. I mean,
Ah,
he killed younglings, so I guess anyone can be, technically.
he killed millions too because they had the Death Star, and he killed that
Exactly.
Algernon or whatever the hell it's
That's
called. What
true.
was it?
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's just it's not that like it's the soul, right? Like it's not that you will be redeemed as a person or anything like that. Like
Yeah.
nobody celebrated Darth Vader
Not
when
gonna
he
be
died,
forgiven necessarily, but
but it's just like as a soul, as like, do can you redeem yourself for yourself kind of thing? Like are you ever going to be able to, look yourself in the mirror kind of thing like that? Because no one's ever going to forgive that. Like you've crossed the line.
right.
But it's just, I don't know. I feel like the soul is still important if you believe in that kind of thing. Some people
Mhm.
don't. I do.
Yeah.
uh, Fire Knight says, I don't know, but I predict Philip will do something horrible before he can be redeemed. Even though he's done some horrible things, it will be worse. He's already done a lot of bad things.
Yeah, I think he's done the worst of the worst at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah, yeah. And that's
He
what
killed
that's what
innocent
Curtis
people
was.
point blank.
Yeah, that's what Curtis was commenting about. Yeah, I mean, I agree. He's killed him. Yeah, yeah, no. Uh, and he's already even sacrificed his own people. Like he was like, he left that guy
Mhm.
to like die. He really, he's he's weird. Philip will abandon Marco if Marco fails to deliver.
See, that's the thing, is that Marco is trying to shape Philip into his own image, but if that happens and
Mm.
Marco isn't careful, he could very well turn on him and be even more dangerous.
Ooh, that's a good point, Jane. I didn't even think about that. Because then that way there's no redemption because he could just turn into the new Marco.
Yeah,
And then
even
maybe he'll
darker.
become the new bad guy, like father, like son. It is a lot like, Scott says, it is a lot like young people today. They want glory before they even know how to obtain it. No experience thinking they are ready because of the father. Hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I think too, in this situation, he has been I mean, he's made mistakes, but he's been his father's, a general basically in this war. He went on his own mission. He made some mistakes, but ultimately achieved it. And as the heir, right? He
Hmm.
wants people to know who he is. I don't
Yeah.
think that's asking too much, but it is when you're dealing with a narcissist who
Yes.
basically told him during that discussion that they won't know anything about you until I'm dead.
Yeah,
So
you're nobody. That was such a Game of Thrones moment
it
too. It's like you're
was.
nobody until I'm gone. And I was like, well, then get rid of him.
Right, because you're basically telling him the path to fame is to
Tell
take
him,
steal
kill me,
you.
and then you can take my throne. So I was like, why don't you just kill
It's a rule of two.
him? Do you think Philip will have to die to be redeemed? Not
I hope not.
necessarily. Not necessarily. I I don't know. Not necessarily. Because you could do things to save people too, like you could do things to redeem yourself.
If he kills his father, I mean that's redemption as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I mean, that's better than nothing.
Yeah, it would end it all.
Or like if you like basically somehow rescue people from the proto molecule or something, or you do something about the proto molecule. I don't know. I don't know. But like taking some sort of action, you can't
Hmm.
not do anything. Elvis says Naomi angst. What the hell was she expecting? Considering how the belt is in general and being 15 years too late. I think she was
Yeah.
expecting that he's starting to like open up to her and like see the truth.
Well, she said that she just wanted to try, you know. If
Yeah.
she wasn't successful, she was prepared for that. Um, but she wanted to. At least he can't say he didn't know. That's the difference.
Yeah,
So now with
and
all his, because he's been asserting he's his own man. Well, now he has all the information, and every
mhm.
choice he makes now is on him.
Yes, exactly. And also, like this guy too, now he needs to make a choice too because
Hmm.
he was like, like what's going on? Oh, hey, look, it's the
Yeah,
other
cool.
troublemaker. Hey, folks, I haven't watched all of The Expanse and still in season one. Just dropping to say hi, Yaya Ding Dong. Hi, Yaya Ding Dong.
Hello.
Girl. Thanks for being here. Go catch up, nerd cookies. You're the sci-fi nerd girl. How could you not
Right.
be seeing this show?
Ugh.
Girl, you're missing out. Quit watching Dune weird stuff. Go watch this. Thanks for stopping by though. Thank you, nerd cookies. Um, but yeah, so Curtis also says, will Holden have to kill Philip for the mass murder of Earthers? No, Holden's not going to do that.
Oh
Like
no.
that's Naomi's son. Like no, no. I mean, like I could see him giving him up to like the authorities or something, like to Avasarala or something like
Yeah,
that.
he would
But
arrest him, but he's not gonna
yeah,
kill him.
I don't think he would kill him. He's not a murderer. Amos is the murderer.
Yeah.
Amos might.
And even then, he's loyal to Naomi, so
Yeah.
he might
So
kill anyone who tries to kill him. So you don't know how that'll go.
I mean,
It could go so many different ways.
that's an interesting point too. I don't know. Elvis says, in this situation, many belters want glory, not because of Marco, but because of the inners. And Marco is the first belter ever to resources to do more than just talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's probably a Martian, apparently.
Hmm.
That's our
And I
new
wonder
theory.
if that's revealed to be the case. I wonder if the Belters will feel used.
Mm, yes. That's a way to turn the belters against him when they find out he's an inner or half inner.
Hmm.
That's all very interesting. That's our new theory that he's an inner. Elvis says, he opened to her, didn't space her, took her with him to save her from Grandma and Rossi. Gamara. That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Well, I mean, I think Marco still has a soft spot for her.
Hmm.
What little humanity he has left,
Hmm.
it does have to do with her. But again, you have to go back to the narcissistic way about him too. He wants control over her.
Yeah, he's that's the narcissistic love is not really love. It's like
Right.
possession. They just
Yeah.
want to possess you. And that's exactly what he's doing with his son, too. He just wants to possess his son. He wants to own that affection from him. He's like, I'm your father, so like that's it. Like I own you. Like there's no mutual respect going on. It's just like the narcissistic kind of love.
Exactly.
Tireleshan, hello, thank you for being here. Says Marco is the best user, uses his son as a follower or Philip death for the cause. Yeah, he doesn't care. He'll like he if he died, he wouldn't even care. Curtis said Amos will not because of Naomi. Yeah. Amos is her doggy.
In this scene, Sin turns his back on her. That was so
Yeah, that was. I mean, she was so sad, and like everybody just kind of like turned their back. But then I was like, oh my god, he's gonna go after her because, you know, he looked at her on the camera afterwards. Where's that scene?
Before we get to that part, remember Marco told her that he would let her go. Well, he tells her the plan to use her ship as to bait the Rossi.
Yes.
And once they're all dead, that's when he'll let her go.
Right. Yes, that did happen. And I look at that hate, that visceral hate in his eyes.
Ugh.
This guy is just so hateful. I hate you.
Why do you have to be hot? Ugh.
I know, right? This was so sad too. And he's just like standing there watching this. And then so they take her. And so like, so they rigged her ship, right? Like they're gonna blow it up by pretending she's on it still.
I don't know what the plan. I don't remember the details of the plan. I just thought they were going to use it to reel them in and then shoot them to death.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Like, have they rigged it? Like, are they gonna? Like, I don't understand how they're gonna like, you know, lure them in if she's not there to like communicate with them or whatever.
Well,
like, I'm not.
Keep in mind, we just saw that Holden came this close to going after that ship anyway.
It's true.
So just having the ship be somewhere where he can get to it would probably be enough.
Yeah.
And then have Marco's ships surround them, basically.
Right. This was such a weird episode.
Oh, and then that scene.
This was so sad. Well, he opened. Oh yeah, we read that. Yeah, we read that. Okay, perfect. So we're good. Oh, Elvis says, I don't know if Marco has a soft spot for Naomi, but he didn't want to kill Naomi after Philip saved her. So he loves Philip.
I think he loves Philip's admiration.
He just wants to possess both of them.
Yeah.
I don't
think he can't do anything too much that'll disrupt Philip being his lapdog and Naomi being in his cage.
Well, and also the cause, because his flock, right? Like they admire that his son looks up to him so much. So if he's like all of a sudden goes and kills his son or like goes and does something to his son, they're gonna be like, what the hell's wrong with this guy, you know?
If his son doesn't follow him, then it's like, well, should we? You know, all these questions start to be raised.
Yeah, and then like that's why it's a different thing if you convince your son to commit, you know, let's say terrorist bombing or something like that for the cause, because then he's dying for the cause. But if you just kill your son or like if you like do whatever, there's going to be questions. People are going to be like, what? Why'd you do that? So then, then he, what was this? Okay, so then so this is where he like I was like, oh my god, he's not gonna like let this happen to her, because he was like looking at her on the on the camera, and I was like, okay, he's gonna do something about this.
But then I was like, going to the airlock.
Yes, but then he saw it, and I was like, oh my god, this is gonna like, oh my god. So it's like I thought that he was gonna go and kill Sin or something like that because he's gonna rescue him, and I was like, oh, this is not gonna turn out good. I don't know what's gonna happen, but this is not good. And then so she goes into the airlock, and that was crazy. What she did was crazy. And
He doesn't.
he tried to stop her.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
And she's like, you shouldn't have followed me. And she just freaking goes out. She goes out into space. Now, this part was a little trippy for me because I was like, oops. Because I was like, wait, did he die? Like, because
He did.
yeah, but then I was a little tripped out though, because I was like, why the hell didn't the door close? And like, why, like, because he could
Because
just,
I think it's because his arm is sticking out of it.
oh, is that what it is?
Mhm.
Because I thought, like, he could just easily have stepped back and the door like I don't know. I just felt like maybe
Yeah,
he could have pressed the
quickly.
button to close the
Yeah,
door.
he died too quickly because she was
He
still
died too
alive
quickly.
as she went
Yeah,
out. But
yeah.
I think because of shock maybe and surprise, age may have something to do with it, health.
Age. Yeah, I don't
Because
know,
that
but I
much,
just
I
felt like
mean
he died way too quickly because I was like, he could have pressed the button. I don't know. He could have gone back in. I mean, it was dramatic, like how he
mhm,
died, and maybe that's why they did that. But it felt a little weird because I was like, he could have easily not died, and like gone back in, and then he could have resuscitated him too. That's the other thing, like
very
because
easily.
they have technology to like resuscitate people. I mean, they're belters. That's the whole thing.
I wonder if your body, for the most part, freezes. 'Cause it looked like the only thing she could barely move was her hand.
Well, I mean, the
So
cold
maybe he
vacuum
couldn't
of
move
space,
he
right?
could yeah, maybe he couldn't move quickly enough to get to the lock to the door
I
or
thought
whatever.
the air coming out of her nose was really cool too.
And someone else mentioned the sun or the whatever it is
The
burning
light,
part of her face. Yeah,
that light.
yeah. When
So
she's in the
then,
ship, you can see it,
uh,
the radiation or whatever.
is that what that is?
Mhm. So her skin
Uh,
is being burned at the same time she's freezing.
ooh, that's crazy. Okay, so she has like this oxygen thing that
Yep.
oxygenates her blood, right?
Mhm.
That's why she
Yep.
like injects into herself.
Yep.
So then she does that and she makes it. She makes it to the ship. She goes inside. That's why like her face is burning.
Yeah. Mhm.
Ah, I didn't even catch that the first time. I was like, what? I don't understand why she's got radiation poisoning there.
It's crazy.
That was nuts. So that was my only thing with it though, because I was like, this guy could have easily not died. I was just like, this was weird.
And the
I watched
sun's
that scene like 4 times, I think, after it was done, because I wanted to see what the hell was happening. And that's
that
it.
was crazy. That was
Oh wait,
insane.
does she close the door behind her?
I
She
think it
does,
closed
right?
itself.
But see, that was weird because that other door, it's just like what? That other door didn't close, but this door closed. So then, yeah, so she made it. So now, what becomes of her? Because now she's like all injured and shit. She's got radiation poisoning. What's she even planning on doing over there? Oops, I like just started a Word document.
Okay, so they have explanations in the in the chat.
Hold on. If I can actually navigate my desktop here, it'd be great. Okay. All right, let's get back to the chat here. Thanks for sticking around with us, guys, tonight. Um, Marco loves Marco more than Philip and Naomi. Yep, I
Yep.
100% agree with that. Elvis says Curtis. I mean, if the Belters had resources, they wouldn't blow up Earth a long time ago. That's
Yeah,
true. That's a good
definitely.
point. It's a very good point. He wants Philip to want to kill Naomi. Yeah, I
Yep.
agree. He wants something like that. Scott says, I don't see Marco loving his son as much as in terms when he is conflicted, but Marco is using his son for a purpose, perhaps a future, but is his son ready to take the reins of, if Philip dies? I think he thinks he is. I don't know if
Yeah.
he's actually ready. But yeah, let's see. if she doesn't know, if she doesn't die, how he died so fast and not safe. Yeah, that's heart problems, maybe. I
Yeah,
don't
that's what
know.
I was thinking, but the explanations that they get to, you'll get to them, make a lot more sense.
Okay, he died because he had air in his lungs. She
Yeah,
exhaled.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. If you don't exhale and vacuum, your lungs rupture. Okay. All right. I wouldn't know. I'm not a belter. Door didn't close because Sin was on the way and he got caught in the vacuum with his lungs full. Naomi let the air out. That's why you could see her breathe the air out. You could
That's
see
so
her.
cool.
That's so cool. Yeah. Uh, I was not sure if he was dead or not. But I mean, what
Yeah,
I
me
thought
too.
though is that even if he died, well, not died, but I was like, couldn't that kid like go and try and rescue him?
If his
Like,
lungs ruptured, though, I would think not.
yeah, I guess that's it. You're dead. Then she injected air into herself in space. Yep, yep, we
Mhm.
saw that happen. She breathed all the air out. He didn't, so the air was rushed out of him. Ooh,
But it's so
that
weird because then you're not holding your breath. You're literally out of breath that entire time that you're floating across space.
yeah, that's so weird.
I can't even imagine physically doing that.
That's like going into a pool, not holding your breath, and then you're
Yeah.
just
For how long did it take her to cross?
a while. Well, it seemed like a while.
Then again, she may be a belt. I mean, they do have different physical, I don't know. It's weird.
Different lung capacities. I don't know.
Possibly.
She's Princess Leia.
All these Star Wars themes. That's
She's
insane.
all the freaking Leia Poppins. It's true. She
That's
kind of did. That's funny, Curtis. Comment of the night. Comment of
that's
the night.
true.
You don't freeze that fast because no molecules of air to carry cold. They call it the cold vacuum of space, though. I feel like it seems cold. It seems cold out there.
This, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. That was the protomolecule vial.
No, no, it wasn't. That wasn't. It was
No, that
oxygenated
was just
blood.
oxygenating your blood. I think that's what it was. They didn't have the vial.
No, my question was actually who gave it to her? How did she get it? I thought it was Philippe, but now I
Didn't
don't
she
know.
get it from the bathroom? I think she went into the bathroom and got it or something. I don't know.
Why would it be there?
I don't know. That's a good point, Jane. How the f- did she get that thing? I don't know.
I
Maybe somebody
want I want to
maybe somebody
believe
in chat will know.
I
'Cause
want
I
to
don't know.
believe Philippe gave it to her, but probably not.
No way. He was so shocked that that whole thing was happening. He was like, "What? My mom's just jumped out of a freaking airlock." No, he did because he had air in his lungs. They would rupture. She breathed out, so her lungs don't rupture. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I figured. I mean, I guess so. I didn't even think about this rupturing lung thing. Um, Let me see here. Dream Out There says this is based on the one time NASA accidentally put an astronaut into a vacuum in a pressure chamber. Is
Ooh,
that
what?
I
That happened?
I don't know. Is this fake news? I have no idea what this is. Curtis says her eyes well should have boiled. They were ruptured like when she went into the thing. Like they're like not ruptured, but like it had like her eye sockets were like red and swollen and like it was starting to get there basically. But she oxidized herself and then it like didn't come to that.
I wonder. Yeah, she did it halfway through. I just want to know how far. Like, what was the distance? Because that was crazy. That's a crazy space jump.
That was a crazy space shot. That was a crazy distance. I feel like it was maybe 3 minutes in space vacuum. I think maybe longer. I don't know, but it couldn't be longer than 4 minutes though because she would have died.
But I have to say, I love the space jumps in this show. Because it's just like, can you even imagine doing that? Because if you
No,
miss your target,
it's
you're
over.
floating forever.
Yeah, it's over. Um, the absence of energy is cold, though in it. Hmm, maybe
I don't
that's
know.
true. I have no idea.
Fahrenheit. It's not proto
No,
molecule. I'm
I
telling
don't
you.
think it's no. I don't think it's the proto molecule at all because it would have affected her very differently if it was the proto molecule.
Yeah, and if she were going to do that, she should just stay on the ship
Yeah, and
because
become
now
a
as
monster
a mutant,
and kill everybody.
exactly, you'd be more powerful.
Way more. No, it was oxidant. I'm pretty sure it was oxygenated blood. That's why she was able to make it the other way around. Um, it happened in training. Wow, in the 60s.
Mm,
I'm gonna have to take your word for that. That's crazy.
that's a crazy
You sit
accident.
in a vacuum for 15 seconds. They limit out the scene. Oh, they timed out the scene. Sorry. Oh, so it was 15 seconds?
Mm.
Man, I said like 3 minutes. That's a
But you know what though? That's a good point because you're in space, right?
Mhm.
Um, she may be physically moving faster.
Maybe like kind of like in water.
Yeah.
Curtis says so she could be blind. I agree, she could
Ooh,
be.
she could be.
Yeah, because her eyes seemed like it was messed up, like when she went in the thing. I expect, however, her recovery is going to be painful.
Oh yeah.
Like this is going to be some painful ass shit. Like she's hurt now. Um, yeah, yeah, she looked messed up. Um, we got Robert C here. Hello, Robert says there was an accident with NASA a long time ago. The subject said he could feel the moisture in his mouth starting to boil
Oh
away in the
my
vacuum.
God.
Ooh,
Oh my
ooh,
God. That's terrible.
yikes! See, these are the non-fun parts of being an astronaut, especially in like the 60s and stuff. Like it's like no,
Or being a Belgier if you make a mistake.
yikes! That sounds awful. Tyrala Shan says it's the star burning half
Oh,
her face. Why the whites were looking burnt.
it's the star then. Okay. I
Mm,
thought it was a
okay.
sun, but it's the star.
What isn't the sun the star?
Yeah,
It's,
true.
it's the same thing. In space, no air resistance till she hits the ship. She goes as fast as she kicked off. Mm,
So she could have gotten there pretty fast.
yeah, she must have kicked off really hard. She does have like really good legs, nice legs. Um, so Jane, you liked the episode in total. I liked it too. Tell us your theory for the next episode. What do you think's gonna
Oh,
happen?
so it's always hard to predict, but I do think that I didn't see the part that someone said in the chat about Marco going into the gate. I don't remember seeing that.
Honestly,
And
I didn't see that.
I don't think he will do that. I think that what's going to happen is they're going to think that she's dead.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to maneuver the ship just like they planned, and she's going to pretend she's not on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then just at the last minute, when they think that Holden and the Rossi are alone and helpless, she's going
Mm-hmm.
to kick off her ship, and you're going to have two ships against his, and possibly even
Yeah, I
uh,
just briefly looked at the
Alex
episode.
coming as well.
I just briefly looked at the episode. There was definitely nothing about Marcus or Marco going into
Now,
the gates. No,
I think it's going to be a battle, and it's going to be, the three ships versus his ships.
I think so too. Well, I think that yeah. Well, it's definitely going to be the Rossi's going to show up. They're going to see. The thing is, I don't know if they've I don't think they've rigged the
I don't think
ship
they
because
rigged it.
yeah, because I thought they did. Like I thought maybe they rigged it and they were going to blow it up like the other ship, like very similar to the other ship.
I think they're
Um,
just literally using it as bait for him to come in and maybe have one of his big ships blow their ship out of the water. I don't think
mhm.
he's giving them much credit. I think he figured that's essentially all he would need to do.
Mhm.
But he doesn't know that they're being trailed by Alex, and they don't know that she's on her own ship. So they
Right.
may well have an advantage in this encounter.
Uh, Nina, what if Drummer shows up to help Rossi fight Philip? Ooh, that's also something that can happen. But Drummer's with that other black chick. I forget her name, and that chick was savage.
Drummer,
So
there's going to be a fight between those two at some point.
there's going to be a fight between those two. So if they show up, they're going to be fighting over who gets control of that ship so that they can help either Rossi or Marco.
Oh, okay, so that would be cool too if her ship is assigned to take out the Rossi
Mm-hmm.
and she overtakes the other girl
Mm-hmm.
and joins his side. That'll give him 4 ships.
Exactly. But I think that that's what's going to happen. Like they're going to show up. They're going to fight it out. Those
Not
those two
yet.
ladies are going to fight it
Yeah,
out.
I think not only just show up, I think that's going to be her responsibility because he wants to prove her loyalty.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she's going to have to attack him. That's going to be a good episode, I think.
Ooh, it's gonna be a great episode. Hopefully, it's not gonna be all about Amos getting off the fucking planet
I
next
know,
episode.
right?
This is how this show is going, though. It seems like now next episode is gonna be about Amos getting off the planet, and we're gonna see like no space anything until like basically he makes it to space or like how he gets there or whatever. Um, but then again, we'll find out. I mean, I really hope not. I hope they show what's going on. Holden has to get to the proto molecule back before he can confront Marco. Yeah. So that's the other thing. So he has to go get the proto molecule. So I feel like maybe it'll be like half episode is going to be him trying to get the proto molecule, and half the episode Amos figuring out what the hell he's doing.
Yeah.
And then like maybe briefly at the end of the episode they'll show like something with that whole fight. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But there's still a lot to get through.
Yeah.
And wait, Balix went. Yeah, they were following Naomi.
Yeah.
So they're gonna. Yeah, they're gonna be there for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I'm thinking maybe Balix is gonna show up before Marco. I mean, before Holden, and maybe the fight's gonna be with them.
I don't think they can hold up against a warship though.
That's true. Unless what's her name shows up, Drummer.
Right.
With the other chick. I don't know. That's gonna be weird. Okay. We'll find out. Philip will keep quiet about this. That will save Naomi. She will jump ship again and be picked up by Alex or Rossi. Ooh, that's an interesting theory, Albus.
I don't know that she can survive another jump though in that condition.
It wouldn't be another jump though. They probably will do like the little bridge thing and
with the suit, yeah.
Yeah, with the suit and bring her out. Maybe though, I mean they would have to be real quick about it because the other ship's still there. I mean, Marco's gonna see them if they like wait there too long.
Yeah,
it's not like they have beaming technology.
Yeah.
Can't like beam her.
Her ship. I mean, she has once she's on her ship, she has control of her ship and all of the weapons or whatever that may be on it.
That's true too. You know what I would do if I was her? I would like freaking do a Klingon. Like today's a good day to die, and like just freaking ram her ship into their ship.
She might.
Yeah. I mean, she flew through space.
Send her farewell to Holden.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I thought Marco was going to go through the gate. I could have not seen that correctly. Oh no, it's all right. It's all good. Fire Knight says, okay, I watched the end again. I can admit that when I may be wrong about that being the protomolecule. I thought her eyes turned black, but it was the blood. You guys said sorry. Oh no, it's okay. Yeah, I thought I saw her like her blood explode in her eyes. She was getting all. I was like, oh my god, her eyes are gonna like bulge out of her face. That's not gonna be pretty. The protomolecule is gone. Marco sold it to Mars. I don't know though. I don't think so. Maybe some of it. I don't know. I still think he's a Marser now. I think he's a Mars. I'm on board with this. After that tattoo comment was made, I'm like, this guy, he's a Martian. I
Yeah.
think seems like he's a Martian.
I'm gonna have to do some research on that. Like, why doesn't he have a tattoo?
Let's see. Let me Google it quickly. Let's see. Why doesn't Marco have a tattoo? Expanse. Oh, here we go. There's an actual question about that on Reddit. Let's read it together. See what these people answer. So this dude says, watching the latest episode, I noticed that he doesn't have any tattoos on his neck. Is this some mistake on the show, or is it explained in the books? Why doesn't he have them? This person says, I don't know that's specifically explained in the books, but it is noticed that Marco goes out of his way to ensure he's respectable to an audience of inners. I think I remember a section in the books about Marco switching between his normal Belter accent and a more he doesn't have a bad Belter accent either. That's true. More proper speaking voice for addressing his enemies and inners. This sort of switching is apparent in Keon Alexander's performance as Marco and is a great
But
little
again,
detail.
the tattoos are tied to their clan, so I would think he would have it before he got these ambitions, right?
Yeah, that's what I think too. Well, I mean, that's what I would assume. Because Belter culture isn't monolithic, not every Belter adopts every other Belter's custom. It's the same with real world custom. Not every Texan wears a cowboy hat. Not every Pacific Islander has tattoos. That's not true, though. I feel like every single Belter that I've seen in this show has a tattoo of
Yeah.
some sort.
I think they
It's
do because of
it's like
their
their
clan
culture.
system. Yeah.
Yeah. In the books, it's pretty much explicitly stated that Marco is not the average belter. When speaking with belters, he has a more belter patois. I don't know what that means. But when speaking with in his messages with non-belters, his speech has just a hint of belter accent, and his look is more clean cut and refined than the average belter.
This is
Okay,
why I
so
think that he's mixed.
I feel like he's mixed or
Mm.
full.
I think maybe he was part Belter and abandoned as a child, perhaps.
Maybe. Ooh, abandoned. He's like Jon Snow. Like he's like a bastard.
Yeah.
Hmm. So it seems like people think that has nothing to do with being an inner, but I don't know. I totally feel like he's a Martian now. Jimmy's here. Says hi, Jayne.
Hello, Jimmy.
That's funny. Hi. You said hi to me too. I didn't see that. Hello. Okay, let's read some of these other comments. The chat jumped on me. I can do this. This is interesting thought. He might be a Martian. Didn't think about that. Yeah, I just feel
Yep.
like Elvis says tattoos are optional. Do you remember what was the first guy's name? The one that they were like, was it Anderson Dawes? The first Belter guy in the first season, that like the crazy dude, he's a crazy British
Oh,
dude. Do you
yeah.
remember if he had a tattoo? Hold on, let me Google it.
If it's a common thing, you'd think we would have seen it before.
Mm. Oh my god, I can't type. I typed Anderson Dawes and I put like it like corrected me and said Anderson Dawson's Creek. I'm like, no. Okay, see, I think he even has. Wait, I don't see a tattoo on this guy. Hold on, I'm trying to. Yeah, because I was trying to remember. I feel like he didn't have a tattoo, and he doesn't. He doesn't have a tattoo. So Marco is not the only one that doesn't have a tattoo. Do you remember him?
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, see, look, like there's no. Oh wait, there's a tattoo there.
Oh,
Hold
wait,
on,
yeah.
it's on his arm. Oh no, I can't see now. Okay, there it is. Yeah,
Well,
it's on his
okay.
arm.
So maybe Marco has one. Maybe Marco has one on his arm, and this is his clan member.
Yes, maybe Marcos is on his ass. I mean, they're not gonna show it.
It could be. It could be.
Wait,
Maybe not all of them get the face tattoos.
maybe he's got it in like naughty places. Like it's for special people to see only. See, there it is. You see that? So he's got a tattoo. It's just
Yeah.
he's got some here too. But he definitely didn't have one on his neck or on his face or anything like that.
That makes sense.
Well, my theory is still he's either mixed or Martian. It's his Martian connections. Like how could he have bought so many ships? Like how does he have so much money? Like
Well, there's also the theory that the Martians are using him.
well, and also somebody like was saying that he sold them proto molecule to them, so that could give him a lot of money.
Bill
And ships.
Gentry, it's a Belter word.
Oh,
It's Belter.
yeah, it's a Belter word. Oyedeng? Oyedeng. I wonder what that means, actually.
I think it's like goodbye or something like that.
That's you're so funny, Will. You're funny. Hi, another monster. Thanks for being here. This show always finishes so strong. Oh, yeah, it does. It's very like sets you up for the next episode for sure. Marco will go for the ring space because Philip will not tell Naomi jumped to the Tetsumoka and she'll float away, but the ship is a bomb, so she'll find the way to warn the others. That's what I thought too. I thought the ship was going to be a bomb. This is all very, very interesting. Very interesting theories, guys. I love this chat. This is amazing. Marco is clanless. Huh. So that's why he doesn't have any tattoos, maybe. Because he doesn't have a clan. He is trying to unite all the Belters. Like he's like, we're all the same. So
wouldn't a clanless person feel that way?
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Oop. Marco has a tattoo of his clan on the Pella. Okay, so Marco could have a tattoo, but not visible. Like I have a tattoo of my father's clan in the Irelands. My mother has a father. My mother and father are both from Ireland. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's what I said too. I think maybe it's not visible. Oyedeng means goodbye, farewell in Belter. There you go. I wonder what that was about, though. Like, if that's her goodbye to her son and Marco and all the Belters.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that that's what the episode name is about?
I think that's part of it. It could also be, depending on what happens with that protomolecule, goodbye to humanity.
Goodbye, world. Curtis says I have to go. Going to eat dinner. Bye. Bye, Curtis. We're going to wrap this up too because we've broken it down. We've talked about our theories. I think it's going to be an interesting episode. Next episode for sure, unless it's going to be about Amos for the entire thing.
Let's hope not.
I really hope not. I really want to see. Yeah, I really want to see what happens with Naomi and what happens with this Belter battle. But thank you, everybody, for being here. Jeff, Elvis, Curtis, everybody, Scott. Who else was here? Another monster, you just joined us. Will, thank you so much, you guys. Other people were here. Jimmy's here. We had Dreamer out there. Thank you so much for being here. Fire Knight, thank you for being here. Robert C. I'm just like I'm just going up. Oh, crack.
Cracker crock.
Cracker Croc. I just saw your name. There you are. Thank you for being here, everybody. So thank you, everybody. Scott Murphy, he was here too. We will be back next week to discuss what happened or what happens next in the next episode. See how correct we were on any of our theories. She said cracker. I did. Now I denounced white supremacy. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great night. Jayne, do you want to plug anything? Do you want to plug anything before we go?
Yeah, you can check out my channel on YouTube. I post movie and television reviews and some pop culture commentary. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at Jayne Theory.
Yay, Jayne!
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Have a great night. Let me find my outro here. I have one. Okay, here we go. Goodbye.